Hello and welcome to this Wiltshire Caravans handover video for this Coachman Laser Xcel 855. As always, I'm going to go around to the back first. I have opened some of the lockers for ease of use, as I often do for those of you who follow these videos. So here at the back, so these are 8 feet wide. Got the grab handles there, got your light clusters, so that's for your reversing lights, brake lights, indicators, running lights, etc. It does have the high line brake light and some marker lights high up, and obviously this window at the back. Sorry about the reflection, but you may get a few of those, so apologies. Go around, it's got the self-leveling on this. There's a separate video for the self-leveling. That locker there is just an under-bed storage access locker. Right down the bottom first. Here we've got the two waste outlets, so that's for your two sinks, kitchen and bathroom, and for your shower. So to the ever popular toilet area. So this is the where the reservoir is for the flush, where you can put your pink or just water, whatever you use. But do remember, and I will show you how to, particularly at winter time, to empty that, just to make sure the nothing's in here that can get frozen over. Okay, so the toilet itself, it's the standard Thetford toilet cassette. Very quickly, this underneath, it's a little pipe with a bung on it. Make sure you've got a bucket with you to empty the toilet flush reservoir. But there's standard Thetford cassette. So you'll know when it needs emptying. There's a little light that comes on inside the toilet, or inside the toilet bathroom on the toilet. Literally lift that up, just pull it straight towards you and pull that out. So it does have the telescopic handle, but when you get to the desired area to empty, push that forward, take the lid off, put it somewhere safe, and then lean over the area and press on that button just to make sure that it releases all the air pressure. You'll want to rinse that out then, so slide that back, open that, water in there to rinse out, close it up, close that, put the lid back on, swirl it about, and then repeat the process, take the lid off, etc. So you want to put some blue or green fluid in here, whatever you use. On the cap itself, there are measures on there just to show how much to put in. Don't know if you can see that particularly well, but do check your the bottle of whatever chemical you use to see how much to put in. Literally just then slides back in, shut that up and lock it. Okay. This particular caravan has got the all-wheel drive, auto-engage, power touch motor movers. There's a separate video for those, which we'll send on. So, twin axle, alloy wheels. The wheel nuts are torqued up to 130 Newton meters, and they should be checked every journey. That's the recommendation. Also, there you got your fridge vent and your freezer vent. Also on here, you've got an offside service light, so when you're going to change your water at night, whatever, turn that light on to be fully illuminated. Okay, battery box, complete with very large battery. This is one of the AGM batteries, as this has got motor movers and self-leveling. It's the best battery we do. That's where your electric hookup is. You've got an aerial point behind that, if you can just see. This is the isolator for the motor mover. Again, it's a separate video, but it's put there just so when you're plugged into the mains, you cannot activate the motor mover. Okay. All right, moving along nicely. This is where your water pump goes in. And if you give me 2 seconds, I will get a demo pump just to show you how it goes in. Okay, so this is the water pump. You can tell it's a demo because I wrote demo on it. This is the part that goes into your water roll, and this is the main area that plugs into the caravan. Very simply, just push that in and then pop that down. now it clips into place, and this is the part that goes into your aqua roll. There is a little cutout underneath that these pipes slide into, so when you are going to refill your aqua roll, that just clips into there. Okay. Next to that, got the outside shower point. Now the shower connection does come with the Caravan, but it is cold water only, so be very aware. It's for boots and dogs only. Well, unless you're happy to have a cold shower in front of everyone. I don't judge much. Okay, so then we've got the Alde exhaust port. That's the exhaust port if you're using the hot water and the heating system on gas. Okay, now the Alde system, it's the full wet central heating system, the Alde 3030 in the new model, which there's another video for, but I will also show you the main parts when we get inside of how to use. All right, moving into the storage lockers. So in here you've got all the bits and bobs that come with the new Caravan. Electric lead, that's the box where the radio came in, and various other bits and bobs that you need, but just to show, that's the storage area, including your new water pump. On the other side, we have the gas locker. See, one gas locker. Can hold 2 6-kilogram bottles, or 7 kilograms, 7.5 if you're on the butane. We've set these up for propane. We also in here we've got the weight plate information. So it just shows that the mass in running order of this particular van is 1827 kilograms. The maximum plated weight, so the most it's allowed to be, is 2 tons. It's also got the Chris number, or VIN number as it shows on here, but that's all good information. Okay, so 3 front windows on these Coachmans, and also some running lights at the top there. Running on the Alco chassis, so it's got the ATC being the Alco trailer control. Basically there is a sensor underneath the chassis that if the Caravan does start to go out of shape at all, for whatever reason, it dabs the brakes on to stabilise it basically. Now, the only time you generally notice it is when you go over a speed hump. The Caravan might feel a little heavier for a couple of seconds. Okay, right, so still moving around again. Gas barbecue point. So you can have whether it's a Caddock or whatever gas barbecue you might want to use. I always say this in my videos, but please do not use a gas barbecue inside the awning. Okay. Also under here, or in here I should say, you've got a 230 volt socket for an external use that can run into an awning. Showed you one weight plate. This is another one. It shows on the maximum plated weight and the massive running order. This also shows that the tyre pressure is 35 psi or 2.4 bar. The alloys need to be torqued, wheel bolt torque of 130 newton meters, but the spare is only 88 because it's a steel one. Okay. Other than that, just that. There's your awning light. And that's pretty much it for the outside. So we're going to go have a quick walk around inside before we go into a little bit more depth and show you how things go. And first of all, into the lounge area. So, obviously kitchen area. Back to the, oh, there's my glasses. Oh. Back to the lounge, there will be a 32-inch TV put there before the customer picks up. But yeah, you've got the kitchen on this side, microwave, nice area for whether it's kettle, toaster, coffee maker, whatever. Nice size fridge freezer, full size fridge freezer there. Then you've got the central bathrooms and shower, so the shower there. Bedroom area here. Wardrobes either side. Transverse bed comes out to about 6'2", 6'3". There's also room for another TV there. Quick look into the bathroom. I'll try not to spin around too quickly. So yeah, toilet area. As I was saying, that's the area where the light comes on when the cassette needs emptying. Nice big mirror there. I'm just going to say hello. Hello. But being 8 foot wide, it does feel very spacious in here. It's a really beautifully laid out caravan. Right, so now I'm going to go through and after one more little quick whiz around, we'll go through how to operate the caravan. Okay, so inside the caravan, you've just pulled up, plugged your electric in, and you want to set everything up. The self-leveling side of it, there is a separate video for that, which I will forward on to the anyone who needs it. It's also on our YouTube page. But above the door, when you come in, is where the main control panel is. So I'll see if hopefully you can see this quite clearly. So main power. That's your master switch. So it'll tell you what happens when you turn them on. So it's also saying the water tank is nearly empty. This does have an onboard tank. I'll show you very shortly how you fill that up. So there. So this one, the lights. So internal lights. I'll just do that slowly around. So internal lights. You do have lots of individual lights on here as well. These are all little touch lights. There are light switches everywhere. Down there. Some really fancy nice lights underneath the counter, and you can also dim that by holding onto the power button and it will dim down. So lots of light switches all over the place. There's one on the extractor fan. There's also one on this particular caravan has got an aircon unit which has a light system on it as well, but that's something for us to play with a bit later on. Also, next one, awning light. Again, it will tell you when the awning light is on. So, water tank nearly empty, press. This one, however, I'm not going to do that just yet. When you want to put some water, when we've got the water pump in, as we have at the moment, alright, albeit without any aquaroll at the moment, to turn the water pump on, literally just press the tap. And it will say pump on. So turn it off, pump off. These buttons here are for your menu. So, oh, I need to press that, I do apologise. So, that'll be the time. It's not the time at the moment. So, scroll down, you get to settings. This is your enter button. So you can change the display, you can turn the sound off or on, calibrate the water. Auto pump, leave that, you don't need to do anything here. Notifications, you won't get any there. And firmware, again, that's all to do with what we would do on a service. Then save and exit. You always save and exit when you made a change. That's settings. So fill tank. If you want to fill the tank, press that. But it says pump must be on to fill the tank. Pump on. However, we've got nothing in there, so we're not going to be doing that. So there's nothing in the tank at the moment. So pump select. You've got internal pump. Or if you change it to external pump, so that will take the water out of your aquaroll outside. Okay. So I've pressed pump. You might be able to hear that whirring away a bit. I don't know. It might not pick it up on this microphone. Water level 0%. The internal temperature 30 degrees, and it feels it. And currently the leisure voltage, the battery is running at 13.6 volts. Not surprising because we are plugged in at the moment. Then back to time. To change the time, we need to select set clock hours to whatever it is. I don't actually know what it is. Let's have a quick look. 2:14. Select 23. There you go, time set. So hopefully that's relatively clear. It's quite straightforward, but if you do have any questions, you can always give us a call on 01373 752 100. Okay. Next part. Actually, no, not quite the next part. For the water, as we were talking about, that's the water in. To let the water out, particularly for winterizing, the drain down valves are under these cushions. Now I'm just going to have a quick rearrange and I'll show you where they are. So under these cushions, onto down by the Alde Compact 3030 boiler. That's the water boiler. Right, we've got, you can see two yellow taps. They are both currently closed, so allowing water into the caravan. To empty any water out of this caravan, particularly important at winter time, lift those to the horizontal position to drain all the water out. Okay, I cannot stress enough how important that is. And when you drain those, also open your taps as well. That way all the water comes out of the caravan. You do not want any in here. Other things, there's where your water in, that is. Calibration, water calibration. Whale do have a system of calibrating the water should the water be pulsing. There is again a separate video I can send for that. Also under here, that's all part of the motor movers, the power units. But under here, you've also got your breaker switches and your fuse box. If you do overload the electric on site, chances are it's normally the electricity pole that has popped. However, if that's not the case, then check down there. Right, I better rearrange the furniture. Back in a second. Okay, as if by magic and clever editing, we're back to normal. Okay, so back to above the door. Now we're going to get to the Alde heating and hot water system. This is your power button, power on. It will come up with this little diagnostic, and then the first page it gets to, the larger of the numbers are the temperature you want to set the thermostat to, and to change that it's very simply plus or minus to change the temperature. The temperature above that in the smaller numbers is the current temperature within here, and it feels like it. Press menu and you'll get to, obviously it's telling us what the temperature is in here at the moment. You've got the options light. Now on here, light is the brightness for the light on the air conditioning unit. Turn it on too quickly, turning around as slowly as possible. There's the light on the air conditioning unit. So more lights, it's like Blackpool in here. To get back, press menu again. Then energy. What energy are you going to use? Right, if we're on electric, you've got the option of, well, off, 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt or 3 kilowatts. Chances are you're not going to have 3 kilowatts wherever you are available, so 2 kilowatts will warm things up quite nicely. Okay, so 2 kilowatts. If places are starting to charge for electric now on meters, you can always heat things up quickly enough on 2 kilowatts, but then 1 kilowatt will maintain everything you're doing. You can use gas by pressing on gas. Very simple. There is, as you see, page 1 of 2. Second page, you've got a priority where you can choose which priority you're using, which fuel you want to prioritize. It's set to electric, the load monitor is off, and you also have a high altitude mode. Okay, if you want to take it up the Alps. So, hot water is next. Press on that. You've got our choices of off, on, or boost. If you go boost for 30 minutes, that will take all the power away from the heating system to go to the hot water system. Only to use an emergency. I've never had to use it myself. But just generally on will be enough. Okay, so that's the Alde system. Press menu again and you get to varying different options. Night mode, day mode, the air conditioning. There's an option, ham-fisted that I am. Menu, air conditioning, you can go off where it is at the moment on manual, press manual, sorry, ham-fisted again trying to do this at a distance, low, medium or high. That is just for the fan level. There you go, now you can hear it. There is also a manual control for these. You can change it around to wherever you want the cold air to go. That's actually really nice while it's in here at 30 degrees. But because of the noise, I will turn it off. So that's manual. You've also got the option of AC, sorry, AC mode, manual, Alde auto, or off. Okay. Most of the things on here you won't ever have to need, but we do give you the book, and as I said, there is another video I will send that comes direct from Alde, and I'll send that through to you. You'll be able to see the what you can and cannot do on the system. It will mention in the video about the dual climate system. That's not available as yet in any caravan that I'm aware of. Okay. Right, so we've done that part. That's the main controls. Again, I can't stress enough, if you are struggling, confused by anything, do give us a call on 01373 752 100 and we'll help where we can. Okay. Right, going into features of the caravan, we have got a wireless charger there. We also have, like I say, light switches and plugs everywhere. A DAB radio, also has auxiliary and USB, and Bluetooth, so you can play all the latest hits from your phone. Okay. Seating wise, this can turn into a double bed by literally just lifting this up, pulling it out so it comes out, and then rearranging the cushions as you require. You can just see under there's a PIR. Now that PIR is part of the alarm system. So the alarm has a tilt sensor and a PIR. So there's your handset. To set the alarm, it's a lock. And then to disable, okay, very simply. Microwaves are microwave. I'm not going to teach you anything about microwaves. What I will tell you though is that the plug is in the cupboard next to the microwave. Also in here is your aerial, TV aerial. So usual rules apply. Undo the nut, slide your shaft up and turn it the same direction everyone else has got theirs. Retune your television and then redo the nut, then retune your television. That's just the amplifier here. Now that, I couldn't work that out for ages. Turn that on, I couldn't see anything changes. That service light I mentioned outside on the off side, that turns that light on. There you go. Right, to the important bit, the chiller. So, the fridge. Oh, let's try and get me out of the shot. Oof, it's a scary thing. Can you see what I'm trying to do here? Oh, not without my reflection being in it. Alright, apologies, don't share this to anyone. Okay, so, power on. Keep that button pressed. Okay, power is on. Options. So, if I press the button again, that will change the temperature, so I'll just show you that. So I can change the temperature. Press, twist. Now I'm on the options of what power unit I want to use. So I want to go off the car battery. Fridge will have to be cold already. That will then maintain the temperature as long as you've got a 13 pin or 2 7s on your car. You can go on to gas, select gas. You can go on to electricity, select electricity. Or you can go into auto, and that will then go on to whatever you prioritize. Just want to leave that on, press that there. Okay, so it's very simple to use. Change. You can change the, you can have the light on or off, light on, or dimmer or brighter on there. You can have beeps or not. It's entirely up to you. Again, books for everything. Beauty of these: fridge freezer, open from both sides. I say beauty. I don't know if it's worthwhile or not, because my fridge only opens one way at home, and that's absolutely fine. But again, nice size fridge. Very nice indeed. Cooker does cooker things. Not going to show you how to use a cooker. It does have one electric hob and 3 gas burners. It has a separate grill and oven. Has a light on the oven. And also that's your spark for everything. Also underneath on the floor, well, not on the floor itself, but underneath the oven, it says crouching down, is the plug for that electric hob. The plug is just down in the corner for the electric hob, so you can take that off if you're worried about turning the hob on by accident. Okay, so extractor fan does extractor fan things. Power on. Turn the light on or off. Turn it off. Okay. See, area for plates and for mugs. I do like this particular bit, soft close. That's just a lovely soft close. I do like that. I'm probably thinking soft sod. Probably right. Okay, so bedroom, bathroom area. Again, these lights are individual in the bedroom. They have got little USBs in, which is nice. Speakers also, so the stereo sound comes, well, stereo, quadraphonic sound comes through here as well. The bed does pull out. Underneath the bed, you've got a little waste master system, but under here you've also got, and it is underslung, your onboard water tank to let all the water out. It's a very complicated system of pulling this plug out. It literally is just a plug you pull out and push back in when you want to use it. You can just about see over there, there's a little white pressure switch, so if you're using your internal tank and on the internal pump, again, if it's pulsing, you may need to just check the pressure switch by giving it a quarter turn, until it's running nice and smoothly. This is a sliding door, so you can block off this, or you can also block off, you can make this hole into an ensuite. If I move back, try and give an idea of perspective of room. So now you've got it all as an ensuite, or you can slide this door across if you have guests staying on the other side, so you can both use the bathroom without, or both sets using the bathroom without too much worry. Heated towel rail, be aware of that, it does get hot. Swivel seat toilet, and always remember when you've done what you need to do, open it out to let it all into the cassette, but do close it up, make sure you close it. Toilet flush, there you go. And your sink. I will reiterate, and I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I will reiterate, it's very important that because the water is very hot when it's on, to use the mixer part carefully. So make sure you are doing the right thing with the mixer tap, so I don't want you to scald yourself. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this absolutely fantastic Coachman Laser Xcel 855. All there is to say now really is to the new owner, enjoy it. If any of you have any questions, or anyone out there has any questions, do give us a call. Again, 01373 752 100. And if you do like these videos, please like them and subscribe. And if there's anything you want us to go over or comment on, or help you with, anything to do with caravanning, just write something in the comments. We do look at them. be kind, and we'll do what we can to get those on video. But in the meantime, thank you very much. I hope this is instructive as well as possibly a little bit entertaining, but enjoy. Thanks for now. Bye bye.